5-star.
Yeah.
Up to see if I sweat.
Yeah, so for those of you who didn't know, Dan Beebe and I go way back. Speaking of going way back, let's go way back to college football.
Before we get off track.
Yeah.
Again.
Old Dominion put up a real fight against Virginia. Real fight. And in fact, they were leading Virginia for most of the game. At one point in the second quarter, they were up 17-0. They lost 28-17. So, what do you expect from a team like Old Dominion, except to make games competitive? That's what you really want.
Boy, a spoiler.
Yeah, I mean, Virginia was a 27-point favorite. They did not get there. The
rushing game was garbage.
Yeah, the rushing game was just absolute garbage for both teams. Strong for Old Dominion, only 39 yards. Perkins, only 35 yards. Neither quarterback really was any fucking good. Smart for Old Dominion, 206 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Perkins is the quarterback, 175 passing yards, 1 touchdown.
No picks. Get you the win.
Yeah.
Salvage.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that one error, that one interception was returned for a touchdown. So, that really smart.
This may have been the chaos week of the season.
It is, because what's the next game we're going to talk about? Oh, no, sorry, not the next game. Where the...
Clemson, Charlotte.
We skipped over a game.
SMU TCU?
SMU TCU. I was thinking TCU would have this no problem. But then when I was watching College Game Day, like all of them picked TCU.
Yeah.
But they were all like, I wouldn't be surprised if SMU actually won this. And I was like,
The previous stat.
Except for Jeezy. Or was it Jeezy that was on College Game Day?
Yeah.
He doesn't know shit about football.
With his Jordan jersey on?
Yeah. He didn't know shit about football.
He was having fun.
Yeah. It was bad.
If you looked at the initial previous stats for that game, it was pretty... Like, if you did the analysis, I was like, yeah, this could probably be a pretty close one.
Well, you know who the quarterback is for SMU, right? Texas transfer Shane Buechele.
Yeah.
Yep. So he has the pedigree of a quality quarterback. He just didn't work out at Texas. He had a cool 288 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Running game, not great for SMU. 79 yards and a touchdown on 19 carries. Like, that's not horrible for one person. Yeah. That's not a horrible game by any means. The team rushing ended up with 118. That's a solid rushing day.
God, rushing games are really becoming committees now.
Yeah, it is, because now football is no longer about hitting people and pushing and
fullback,
and power.
Yeah.
It's more about
quarterback just gonna move around a little bit.
Well, no, not even that. Like, you know how, like, what's the best way I can, like, how doctors have specialties, specialized. There's cardiologists.
Yeah, EMTs.
Well, yeah, you have running backs who do the same thing. Like, Saquon Barkley can do it all. But if you had to ask what his forte is, he wants to run A gaps, maybe B. He wants to run up the middle and bust it.
Damn good at it.
Jay Ajayi the same way. All right. Whereas you get guys like
White.
Tara Cohen, who wants to bounce it to the outside.
Touches. Yeah.
Yeah. So he wants to use speed and intellect. Whereas guys like Saquon Barkley just want to use power. Right. They're just going to overpower you.
Kind of like Mark Ingram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry's the same way.
Yeah.
And
then you got the guys like Deion Lewis who are
going to go C gap and maybe bounce it to the outside.
Go out for a screen.
Yeah. So there are specialties within the running back position now, whereas before, halfback, running back, tailback, basically all meant the same thing.
Yeah.
It's not that way anymore.
No more, not as much pitching or
Yeah, and you have guys
sweeps.
Yeah, and you have guys who are third down running backs, like, and we've seen this coming for a while.
Darren Sproles.
I mean,
Darren Sproles.
Going back, like I think it's 10 years now. Brandon Jacobs was never gonna be an every down running back. He was drafted by the Giants specifically for goal line and 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4 type runs. Mm-hmm. Marion Barber was not an every down back. So they've been switching to this gradually. It just seems like it's a lot faster now because that's what's being taught at a young age now. Mm-hmm. You got a lot more young coaches coming in, teaching this is how it's going to be done. And the same thing's happening in basketball. Steph Curry's out there shooting from everywhere. So now everyone is going to just start shooting from everywhere, like Steph, because the 6-year-olds who think that shit's cool are now going to be, in middle school and are just going to pull up from half court and think they can hit every fucking shot. And then they're going to get into high school. And in 5 years, you're going to see the NBA flooded with guys who are just going to pull up from anywhere. You got him, Trae Young, who does it. Right now, they're the only two that I can think of that shoot that way. But there's going to be more. Back to football.
Sidetrack alert, I was just going to say.
Back to football. It's going to be running back by committee for the rest of forever. Mm-hmm. Even Dallas is going to start doing that. I don't know. I know that the Dolphins are bad, but Zeke and Tony Pollard both getting over 100 yards on the ground.
Philly's doing it.
Yeah. That's the new norm.
I mean, you got the king of all, New England, doing it. So, I mean, they're...
New England will put literally anybody at running back.
It's crazy.
Literally anybody. They'll ask fucking Bill Belichick to line up in the backfield if they have to.
I'm looking for it.
Anyways, yeah, so SMU goes into TCU, and in the battle of the Texas religious schools, the Mustangs stomp out the Horned Frogs, 41-38. Yeah.
That means they're going to hell.
Apparently.
TCU. They don't love God.
Oh, no, I mean, the Christians and the Methodists have their issues. Whatever. Anyways, so now that we've backtracked and gone over SMU TCU, let's get to another throttling. Number 1 Clemson versus Charlotte. The Charlotte 49ers. Yeah. They beat Charlotte 52-10.
Should.
Yeah, they should. What was the fucking
point spread?
Yeah.
This is probably just about the only game this week that made any sense.
41.5. So they literally just made the spread by a half a point. And you want to know what fucking frustrates the shit out of me? These quarterbacks. Reynolds for Charlotte. 6 of 16 for 43 yards. Trevor Lawrence. 7 of 9 for 94 yards. 2 touchdowns.
Garbage. No, outside of the touchdowns.
I have Trevor Lawrence as my quarterback in fantasy.
I wouldn't.
I can't drop him.
Bench him.
I can't drop his ass. He was my second pick. He's locked. I've offered. No one wants to trade.
Cost fallacy.
What'd you say?
Sunk cost fallacy.
Yep.
Just because you paid a certain price for him doesn't mean he's worth that anymore.
Right.
You tried to.
Well, no, I literally cannot drop him. It's locked. Your first 2 picks are locked. You cannot drop them.
Right. Well, when
he's on the can't cut list.
Yeah.
When you went to trade, did you try to trade him separately, or did you do like a bundle trade?
No, I fucking offered him straight up for Helsinki from South Carolina, who's not even the person starting quarterback, and they said no.
Maybe bundle's your last hope.
So then I just put a note in the group chat and said, "Hey, Trevor Lawrence is available, accepting any offer."
Yeah, pick up some shit off the bench and just send him over.
Seriously, I would have just dropped him.
Off of free agency.
This is the game he should be throwing like 500 yards.
The Heisman's out the window. So.
Yeah, he's not going to win the Heisman. If he's in New York for the Heisman presentation,
it's crooked.
Exactly, because then you'll know 100% that is predetermined at the beginning of the season before a game is even played. because it is disgusting how the media drives narratives of like Tua and Trevor Lawrence and what's his name? Your guy from Oregon, O'Shea.
Not the quarterback.
Yeah.
Herbert?
Yeah. How they're the best quarterbacks. They're not. They're not. Like, I mean,
who is the other guy that's not Georgia is in the mix?
Dude from Georgia?
No, they're just interviewing him the other day.
Justin Fields at Ohio State, or
no? I have to look this up.
The dude from Oklahoma, Jalen Hurts?
Not Hurts. I knew of Hurts. There was some.
I'm just gonna name quarterbacks. Jake Fromm.
No.
Jake from State Farm.
Jake from State Farm. Jacob Eason.
Might have been him.
From Washington. He transferred from Georgia. He's in Washington now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was him. Yeah.
All right. So we got that under control. Another one of the most entertaining games, disappointing at the outcome, was Texas Oklahoma State. Did you watch that game?
Texas, I did.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was a really good game.
Yep.
The results sucked, but
it was almost you.
Yep, but if Oklahoma State just had a decent fucking quarterback,
Texas is overrated.
Texas is overrated. Oklahoma State's quarterback Sanders, 268 passing yards, 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. Sam Ellinger, 281 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. The best name for running backs, in college football is fucking Chubba Hubbard.
Like, how much pot did you smoke when you named your kid?
Apparently a fuck ton is the correct answer. But yeah, this game was back and forth. At one point in the third quarter, Oklahoma State had a 23-21 lead. Texas took it back 28-23. Texas went up 36-23. Chubba Hubbard with a 13-yard touchdown run cut it to 6, and that's where the game ended 36-30. Chubba Hubbard's a great fucking name, man. Great fucking name.
Just when we thought that Nick Chubb was a good name.
Nick Chubb is still a good fucking name, though. There's a lot of good names in college football. Like, underrated name, Brock Purdy is a good fucking name.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's a Purdy name.
It is. Speaking of Georgia, did you guys watch the Georgia-Notre Dame game?
Yes. And
it sucked, right?
Yeah, just saw the end of it.
It was close, but the game, to me, it was just boring.
Last 4 minutes of, like, the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it definitely was not high scoring. It was a good game. They were trading blows. I think Notre Dame showed themselves well. Georgia is obviously one of the top teams in the country. A lot of people are saying Notre Dame was overrated. I think it was like a 14-point spread, et cetera, and Notre Dame, I think, quieted some people even while losing.
It was a 16-point spread.
Now, this is kind of projecting forward, but does anybody think like even a team like USC could probably beat Notre Dame?
I mean, anything can happen.
I just got that feeling like that's good. That's what's kind of going to humble the whole Notre Dame thing.
I mean, let's look at the rest of Notre Dame's schedule for a quick little sidetrack. All right, so they have Virginia, then they have Bowling Green, then they've got USC, then they've got Michigan, then Virginia Tech, Duke, Navy, Boston College, end with Stanford. Yeah, I think USC could beat them. I think
USC is probably the toughest challenge on there if Michigan continues to play like they've been playing.
What about Navy?
I think Navy's going to be a real tough game for them.
Yeah. Navy bulldozed East Carolina. What was that, week 2?
Yeah. Do you know who East Carolina's most famous alumni is?
Take a guess.
Take a guess.
I got a good one. what's his name that used to play for the Chargers? Terry Crews.
Oh, nope. Nope.
It's a bullshit guess.
Yeah, well,